Hi everybody, this is Cherie from Cherie's Creative, and I wanted to show you what I've been doing. I don't know if any of you saw a nightlight I did. This is some leftover neons I had that I just poured on some coasters, and these coasters are from ATD. They're plexiglass, and I love using them because the back stays clean. It's just like two-sided. So here, what you do is you scrape off or scrape a little piece so you can get a good edge. That's what I do anyway. Peel the back off or front, whatever you want to call it. And then you have this nice clean piece of plexiglass. You want to leave the back on because it protects it from resin drips. And then what I did was, with this one, I put a thin layer of resin, and then I used these films that are called Angelina film. And I don't know if you've seen the Angelina fibers. They're like I have a little piece here. It's almost like a yarn, or no, thin string. And if you iron it over parchment, lay it on parchment, fold it, and then iron it on low, it fuses them together. And they only fuse to themselves. And it's fun to use. I've used it in a few pieces. If you've recently seen the wave I did for Shy Bardell, you'll see some of this in it. Okay, so I did these pieces yesterday, but my camera kept shutting off, so this is how it turned out, which I'm going to turn into a nightlight. And I have not taken the back off yet because I think I'll do a top layer. There's a few little pieces that are sticking up, so I just want to do that over. And then here's one I haven't cut around the edges. You can easily do that, and I'll do that right now to show you. I'm a lefty, so scissors never work right for me, but I need left-handed ones. I hope you can see. I have my phone totally jerry-rigged. I broke the tripod, and I have another one coming in Wednesday, so I'm looking forward to that because, I mean, if I could show you, it's just ridiculous. Okay. So that's pretty good. So it comes off nice around the edges, and then when you pull this off, it'll be super clean also. And this one has a little bit on the edge coming up too. I'm going to trim that off. And this isn't flat, you know, it's textured with these balls, or these magnifying domes. And then the piece of Angelina, what's it called? It's not fibers, film. It has air under it. So what I'm going to try today, and this one has also these little balls I got from Laura's Art Corner, which I really love. They're like little tiny little glass marbles. I'm going to mess you up a minute. Maybe I'll show you later. But anyway, you can look on her site, and they're really cute. I like them. And I thought that would make a cute nightlight. And I'll show you that after I glue a piece on. The piece on that I'm talking about is, I ordered like a bunch of these from nationalcraft.com, And I remember they were reasonable, otherwise I wouldn't have got them. I like things affordable that I can sell also affordably when these become night lights. I'm not sure yet of the price, but this is the piece you want to glue on. And when you do, you want to get it as low as you can. Of course, this paper will be off. Get it as low as you can without showing the actual metal. And the reason why is, okay, this is going to go around here. Going to bolt that little piece. This is after the glue is dry. And you need it low because you need to have room underneath for the switch. See there? So if it's low, you can reach the switch. If you have it too high, it's going to be hard on that. So, okay. So let's get started. This time I decided instead of using a thin layer of resin, I'm going to use, where is it? I'm going to try this spray adhesive and see how it works. And I'm going to get these out of the way so I don't get spray adhesive on that. And here's one I did. I'm going to trim this around. So I used the thin layer of resin on here, but I want to try the spray adhesive. I think it might work better, and also I'll be able to immediately work with it. I hope I'm showing you this in camera. Okay, and you'll see there's air under there, which is fine. You're going to have a textured piece anyway. So I was inspired by Tammy Anderson on YouTube, and she used the, is it called Cricut vinyl? And I have that, and if I used it, then it would block the light coming through when you have the night light. So that's why I wanted to try this instead. And maybe I'll just put one strip of that like she did, and then put colors on the side. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to try it on this one. And so I'm going to use, this is a purple one. It's got purple and gold reflecting. So I'm going to cut a piece, and it just barely covers the whole thing. So maybe I will just do the center today. And you can cut it any old way, it doesn't matter. And let's see, I'm just going to cut a strip, and then you take it, wrinkle it up, give it some texture, and then spread it out. And let's see, I think that'll be good. Okay, so I'm going to use this and spray it on the coaster. And I'm going to be out of camera. I don't want that much. I just want enough to get this to stick on. Wait a few seconds for it to get tacky. Okay, put this on. Oh yeah, this works much better than trying resin. Okay, I really like this a lot better. It's going down really nicely. Maybe a little bit more spray right here. Yes, okay, I like this. And I'm not worried too much about the spray getting around the other part of the coaster. Color is going to cover that up. And if any of you know me, you know I like texture. Okay, so I trimmed it off the side. All right, so I only need a little bit of resin for both of these. So I'm just going to mix it in these small cups. And let's see, where's my stones? Here's my stones I got on Amazon. And one thing I want to mention is don't get this too heavy, because it'll be too heavy for the nightlight movement. So just be aware of that when you're adding things. So this one I mix matched, and I really like it. And it even is cool, like if you take the heat gun to it, you know, low heat, and it shrinks up almost like Shrinky Dink and makes another cool texture. Okay, and I'm going to have this just flat down on this deli paper. All right. Okay, and I'm using Stone Coat, and this is one time I wished I kind of had a different kind, because I do want this to set up more, but I don't want Quick Coat, because Quick Coat doesn't have any UV protection, and if these are going to be night lights, you want some kind of protection. Got something on there, I don't know what. So let's see. I think I'll fill it just to the bottom of that flower there that I can see. Be careful. And I'm in my resiny pajama bottoms again today. I don't know if you can see them, but I have a few resiny pajama bottoms, and that's what I just continue to use. Okay, this you got to be really careful, because it's so thick and it comes out in blobs. So I can see the flower down in there, and we're trying to match it. That looks like it's going to be it. And see, give it a few seconds to let it settle and level out, and it looks like it's perfectly level. I have all these little hairs. I have a dog and a cat. So anytime you purchase anything of mine, you might get one of my hairs, one of the doggy hairs, or, you know, who knows. So, all right. So I like pouring the B into the A, because the B is thinner and comes out of the cup easier. Normally I use one of these type cups and measure by the ounce or by the 1-to-1 mark. So you would use the number 1 of A and number 1 of B. So it wouldn't really matter as long as you mix well. But when I'm doing in a cup, I want it B to A, because it just comes out of the cup much easier than A does. Okay, so now's the time to, let's have a conversation and stir and stir and stir. If I get these at the dollar store, and I just noticed this batch is like thinner wood. So if you want, you can speed ahead, of course. You want to make sure you're hitting the bottom of this, and you go around the sides, and you wipe your stir stick. ATD has really nice ones. And if you take care of them, they really last quite a bit, or quite a long time. I'm sorry if I'm stumbling on words. That's just me. That's what I do. Trying to keep in frame. I hope everything's in frame. This rig is really crazy. That's got my phone. I've got boxes and frames stacked up and the phone taped, and hopefully you're getting all this. Okay. Let's see. And we're not going to worry about those bubbles. They will be okay in this project, or you can use a heat gun. But I don't really want to use much heat on these, only because I don't want to thin the resin out much. And I like to put my baubles down when I'm done laying the decorations down, or when I'm done laying the resin down, excuse me. And if I didn't say something, or I missed something that you wanted to know, or you missed something, just contact me. I love helping people out. Okay, so I'm going to pour some in this cup too and stir it around so that I know I have all the mix. Okay, I'm going to put that back in there. Okay. So I can use this cup now that they're mixed in there. And I think I'm going to use a little bit. This is A1 Neon Scents, and I have it on my site. And if you're in the US or Canada, I ship. If you're in Australia, then these come from Dennis at a1pigmentsaustralia.com.au. So that's what we do with that. Now I have a little bit of a tip when using these neons or the solid colors that don't have any luster or interference. These take a little bit more work. It's no big deal. And what I do is I put a teeny tiny drop in the powder of 91%. Oops, I had a puff. Alcohol. So I'm going to use a spoon so I don't get too much. And I'm not even going to use this whole spoon. See how much is in there? And then It helps dissolve it to keep those little tadpoles from showing up. Okay, look at how, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but wow, very vibrant. All right, and then mix a little resin in there, stir it up. You want to make sure all the powder's off your stick too, if you can. And that's probably plenty for these two little coasters. And I might use just a dab of white. Let me find my white. Sorry about that. Let's see. Where are you, white? This is a System 3 white. And I only want a little dab. So, get a cup. I'm sorry about this. I thought I was all prepared. And then I changed my mind on things. So, oh well. My prerogative. You guys can always speed through. And I've had this lid off this white and can't find it. And it's still soft. Like, it will not harden up. So I'm just going to use a dab of white. And I just noticed this is not a very clean cup. So I'll put it in here. And I don't want very much because I don't want to you know, have it totally block out light. And my friend Tyler Carroll gave me a trick of using just a drop of white in the neon. So I'm going to see what that does. And it turns it a little less translucent. And that one little drop didn't change the color. So that's cool. So let's see what happens with that. And so what I'm going to do is lay just a little bit resin down on here. Spread it out. I'm going to use the back of the spoon. And you can hear the air underneath, but like I said, I don't mind texture, so that's fine. Okay, I'm going to put a little on here. Maybe just, oops, and I can see where that adhesive didn't lay down. So hopefully the resin will. Got a little bugger in there. It's underneath now. Okay. That's fun. So actually, I'm thinking of also doing something else with this one. And I'm going to wait and think about that a minute. spreading a little on here. All right, so gosh, even that is too much resin. So okay, what I'm going to do is just maybe lay this out. Look at how vibrant that is. Maybe have it come over this a little. That's pretty. And then just a little white. Yeah, I'm liking that. Now with this one, I'm thinking, I'm hoping I have my bronze up here in my attic where I work. Let's see. Excuse me 1 minute. Let me see. Okay, I don't. So what I'm going to do is use some Mayron. And look at this cup of Mayron. It's lasted me forever. This bottle of Mayron. So this is Mayron makeup powder. I only need a little bit. And one thing about Mayron is like it floats to the top. Ooh, I need a little more resin just because that's a lot of more powder than I needed in there. This is the Mayron. And I think I'll drizzle it here and there. Maybe make it look kind of opalescent. See what happens. You go around the edges a little. Okay, I like that. Wow, I guess, I don't know if you guys can see the reflection on there, but let me take this handy dandy plant light and see if you can, does that help at all? Wow, love that. Now hopefully I didn't put too much. If I did, I'll scrape it off, but we'll see. Okay. Plant this back on. Okay. And I really just like what that's doing. And I barely want to move that gold. So I'm just going to take the heat gun on low. And let's see if this will get unstuck for me. Yes, so the other tip, always blow your heat gun away from you and away from your workspace So any dust that's accumulated on it will blow away or burn away. So let me see if I can get this to low. And I'm going to turn it down. And yeah, it gets those bubbles out good. So I'm liking that. I don't want to move that gold. I'm hoping it'll just stay there. Now this one, I want to move it a little bit, but let's see. I love how it's going up in those wrinkles of the paper. That's really cool. And that did bubble a little bit right there. But that's okay. I like it. And I like this one too. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put baubles on that or not. Maybe. Okay, so this time to take off my gloves so I can play. And I think I'll do, this is the silver holographic that has a color shift in it, but it shifts pink and green, silver. So I'll try and get it on here. And on here. That looks cool. And then I like putting these magnifier glass, what do you call them? I call them baubles. And I like putting them over glitter because it magnifies the glitter and the colors going on. So I think I'll put one there. And one up here. And find, here's a few smaller ones. Well, this is kind of tricky. There we go. Maybe one more big one. And here somewhere. And over here. Kind of helps break up those lines I made. And can you see how it's magnified everything? I like that. Okay, and then I have some these sparklies. I might add that later. Excuse me while I move you a second. Ooh, hopefully you're still there and you're okay. And these are the bubbles from Laura's Art Corner. And I love using these. I wish I had a pound of them. And I'm just going to drop them in randomly because they're fun. And they give off the nicest reflection. There's these little teeny tiny ones I'm trying to get. No. And I like it. Maybe a few more bubbles out on the outer edge. Hard to, well, too much. Try to get a little. And I like it when they come up off of the resin and aren't all the way sunk in. So I'll leave it like this, and maybe a big one out there. I'll leave it like this, and then if I think it needs more, I'll add more. But for now, I'm really, really, really happy with that. I don't want to waste any of these bubbles, but I keep spilling those. So let me find a cup to put you in, bubbles. Here we go. Laura, expect me to order more. I do see where a little bit of the resin came, oh, another little tiny one came off of there, so I think I'll add, I have my gloves off, but I'm going to go ahead and finish this. Put a little more there. There we go. And like I said, I'm not worried about resin going around the edges. I really love this. This one needs some help. The gold is taking over, so I think I'll get more gloves on, take some of that off, and see what it looks like. Where'd my gloves go, for goodness sakes? Here they are. I've got to really clean this up in here. It's really bad. Not going to give you a tour. Okay, so what do I want to do? I'm going to put more heat and kind of push off some of the gold. A little higher this time so it blows it off. Oh, I see a bubble landed in there. Maybe I'll put those in there too. There we go. That's better. Okay, what I'll do now is also add a little more clear to it. Try and open up the colors. There we go. Looks more opalescent that way. This is better. See how the clear resin just helps separate it? Be random. Let's see, where is that bubble? It disappeared on me. It might have gotten buried. But for now, I like it just how it is. So, you know, with no extra decoration, I like that. And I love this. This is so cute. So tonight, or most likely tomorrow, I will show you those night lights. Oh, more here. Here. It's not really going to matter that much as far as the edges go once that paper on the back is off. And I'm loving it. So what I'll do is I'm going to take you down off of this monstrosity, take a picture, and upload this video. So thank you so much for watching. I sure appreciate it. And thank you for the inspiration, Tammy, and for showing what my pigments can do. You are a beautiful person and a beautiful artist, and I appreciate you. So if you guys want anything listed on here, I'll put a link to the Angelina fiber, and I'll put a link to the Mayron gold, and also you can get the glitters at www.shreescreative.com, and you can get the neons at the same place, and I'll link that website also. So thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.